record to the cloud. Cool, I think I'm all good. Take those off so you don't have to see my reflection. I hope you guys are doing great and that you're ready to dive deep into what I've got recording on. Hey everybody, good morning. Sorry, that was the Facebook page just kicking into gear there for a second. So let me just get off that page. Welcome, Chantal, to your first fast track weekly session. So I'm going to be talking today about getting clients on Facebook and using Facebook Messenger bot. So it's super exciting. Let me just make sure you guys can all talk to each other here in the chat, those that are on here live. Oh, you should be able to. Chantal, you can just click to all panelists and attendees if you want to talk to everyone else on here. So getting more clients off Facebook and using Messenger bot is a really big topic. And so before I go into the specifics, I'm going to show you behind the scenes. We're going to do a screen share, and I'm actually going to set up a brand new Messenger bot live with you guys, so you can see how to do it. So this is going to be a tutorial. And so just remember that the most important thing isn't that you know how to use Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or LinkedIn. That the platform is like a microphone. Now, I'm certain when the microphone was first invented, you know, out comes this microphone, whenever it was, maybe is 100 years ago, who knows. I'm certain that everyone started saying, hey, you know, you can use this microphone thing and you can reach more people, and I'm sure that there were books or other things that said, hey, use the microphone to make money. And the truth is the microphone never made anyone money. I mean, I can go use a microphone right now and make no money, whereas Michael Jackson doesn't need a microphone at all, and he was able to make a lot. See, the singer, the beautiful voice is what made the money, right? The person that was entertaining made the money, not the microphone. The microphone just amplified what was already there. Does that make sense? And so I want to go and teach and show you this, but I don't want to do it without first saying, if you haven't gone through position and package, if you haven't, hey Megan, if you haven't gone through, you know, and got your message clarified, if you go out there and amplify a message that is not correct, you're not going to get any results. You know, getting the message right and being prudent and getting someone to run towards you is the first step. Once you go from 0 to 1, then you can magnify. Otherwise, you're just gonna, you know, you're gonna end up with problems, if that's okay to say. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone gets that, is that the stuff we're going to talk about today is really good. And if you race off and do this without getting your message clear, then unfortunately you're going to have some problems. So first off, let me show you a little bit behind the scenes of what's happening with Messenger bot and how this thing works. So I'm sharing my screen. Can you guys all see my screen? Can you type in and let me know? I hope that you can. Yeah? No? Yes? Yes, okay, good. So this is ManyChat, and this is the platform that I'm using. And you can see that I have 96 subscribers, and I can click here and I can show you my audience. These are all people that have subscribed to receive my Messenger bot. Now, how it works is a post like this one here I have set up with a Messenger bot response, okay? So it says, attention consultants, after months of testing, here are the results. Calls for $20, sales for $80. We've figured it out, message below to receive it. So if I go down here and I change to myself, I want to show you how it works. So if I change to myself, maybe I need to just click on this one. Here we go. So it's a bit slow because I've got screen share and I'm recording and doing a bazillion other things right now. But if I go onto my page, which hopefully is going to load up in just a second, I want to show you how this actually works, so you can see it and see why this is so powerful. So I've gone on to the Christopher Duncan page. I'm just going to find that post. So can I ask you a question? How many of you that are on here live have a business page set up on Facebook? Type in a yes or a no. Let me know if you've got that set up, like an actual page, because you're going to need one to make this work. Okay, some of you need to get that set up. Cool, this is going extremely slow right now. Maybe I'll stop my video so I don't have to have video as well as everything else going. Maybe that's going to help. All right, so here we are. I'm back to that post. And if I go in here and if I comment on it and I say, yes, I'd like that. What you're going to see is now that I've commented yes, this is going to then message me in just a second, I hope. It's always good when things work. when I'm wanting to show it. So because I've commented on here, I'm going to get a message, but it's probably not going to work this time because I've already commented on that and tested it. So maybe I'll try this one here. And so what happens is there's an automated bot that is going to reply it for me. So instead of me having to go in and do the replies and everything manually, what's going to happen is as soon as these people here have, there it is, it's just gone to number 2 there, so I'll show you that in just a second, is you'll see these where it says page responded privately. So I've got all these people to comment on it, page responded privately, okay? And so how that looks is if I click here, you'll see that I've talked to myself just now, and there's actually 2 messages sent because I clicked twice. So you can see at 9:07, would you like me to set up a bot for you, which is great. And so it's right there. So you must reply to engage the bot. And so then if I type in yes, all of a sudden now it's replying, hey Chris, I'll get Chris to follow up with you. Until he does, maybe send you some cool free business building gifts. Sound good? You know, great, that sounds great, right? There's a little menu here that I've set up that people can click on, and it says get my books, book a marketing strategy call, or visit my blog. So that's all set up. So that's how it works, and that's what all these people who have said yes have got, okay? So you'll see over here, I have a dashboard, and this is ManyChat. So this is the 96 people that have subscribed, and I've been doing this, you know, nearly, well, I guess it's been 2 weeks, probably pretty close to right on 2 weeks. So there's a live chat option in here. So you'll see that there's this live chat. There's this person here was talking to me earlier today, about 3 hours ago, and there's all these people that are now communicating. And I'm thinking, Chris, this is great, but what's the why are you so excited about it? Well, here's why I'm so excited about this. Is number one is this here is the main menu that I was just telling you about that pops up down the bottom. And you can see that people are clicking to get my books or to book a call or to visit my blog. You can also see that I've down here, you can put sequences in. So there's an intro sequence, and nearly everyone's either in this sequence or this sequence. You know that I have 96 people, so they're either here or they're me testing. And you can see that it's getting a 91% open rate and a 20% click-through rate. Now, the reason why the click-through rate is only 20% is because I'm not asking people to click every single time. Like a lot of times I'm just sending a nice message. Does that make sense? But the open rate at 91.3% is absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. So I'm back with you here, and we're going to go and set one up. But this is what's powerful. People aren't opening up emails like they used to. They're not opening up emails. But guess what they are opening? At 93%, they're opening up Messenger. They're opening up messages you can send them. So now, and what I'm going to be able to show you today, I hope you guys are excited about this, because This means you can engage with your audience in a completely different way. You can, you can set up all sorts of different things that means you can connect with them. So if you look at this intro sequence, I have a whole intro sequence that lasts for a week that helps somebody to get to know me. You can see that I've got people opening this at 96%, video 1, 88%, 92%, video 2. And these, after 2 minutes, they get the welcome. And, I'll show you the welcome if you like. The welcome that they get, it's pretty simple, Hey, quick intro from me. We help self-employed business owners get more clients by providing done-for-you marketing services. Currently operating nearly every niche, we have a system that works. Quickly, are you focused on starting a business or growing an existing one? Now, depending on which one of these they click, they get sent a different next message, you see. And so if I go back, then, after that, they get this message here. A day later, they get this message, which gives them a really nice video. It says, hey, Chris here. I've prepared a series of short videos filled with actionable steps that myself and my clients have used to bridge the gap from 6 to 7 figures. I've spent 13 years building businesses, and through it all, there was one big shift that really made a difference. On this first video, I explained this. Here's video 1. It's called The One Shift to Millions. It's one of 4 in a series I call 7-Figure Secrets. Part 2 is live soon. Let me know your thoughts, you see? And then it just says, watch video now, click for free book. And anyway, I won't go right through it. This continues. And you can see like click-through rate, 20% to get a free book. And this is just incredible. This is incredible. And so you can also do broadcasts. I've only done one broadcast. I was thinking that I'd do one soon, but it got a 3% click-through rate. So I got 3 people booking a call. It was just, hey, quick one from me. Are you ready for a marketing breakthrough? Our done-for-you marketing service expanding with capacity to take on 5 clients who want more leads and more sales. Click the link for more information. And I had 5% click-through, just a random thing like that. But look at this. 89.2% opened. 89.2%. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And so you can do automation, you can do content, you can do all sorts of things. So I hope that you're all excited. I want to show you how to actually set one up. So there's lots of cool things you can do, and I want to just show you right from the beginning how to set it up. So what I'm going to do is you need to go and get ManyChat, okay, ManyChat, and I found ManyChat to be the best. Now you go here and you click Add New Page once you're in, and I'm going to go and connect Harriet's brand here, Sugar Free and 60. So you connect your page like this, and so you have to be signed into Facebook when you do it. And now it's connected. So the first thing that you need to do is, obviously there are 0 subscribers, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is you need to go down here and set up a welcome message. Someone just messaged. ManyChat's its own platform, Cheyenne, but we'll set it up for you. But yeah, here, ManyChat.com, ManyChat.com. Cool. So the first thing you want to do is at the moment is, if we click on this is her link. Okay, so if I go copy and put on this GoDaddy here. So this is her link, and so it's not set up just yet. So there's not going to be a welcome message or anything like that, but they can still join, okay? So the first thing we need to do is, and we'll let that just go for a second because my computer's been a bit slow, is we need to come down here and we need to set up a welcome message, okay? We also need to go in here and set up some automation. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly just do that. But there's something that I want to show you before we go too far. Before we go too far into that, so let's just go and get the welcome message. And I'm just going to say this. I'm just going to say, hey, it's Harriet here. Here is your free download. And then I'm just going to go and get her downloads. I'm going to grab the file. I'm going to hit file here. And I downloaded her Sugar Free and 60 cheat sheet. So I'm just going to open that. I'm going to put it in there. So really, really simple and really easy. So now there's a welcome message, okay? So now if people were to go to that link, that should be something that pops up. Now, I want to show you this here. This is called Growth Tools, because this is a game changer. So the growth tool that I'm loving the most is to be able to create an opt-in off a Facebook post like this, okay? So I've been doing it super successfully. And the technique is basically you create a post. From that post, you get engagement, and then everyone that comments on it gets sent a link, gets sent a message. So let me ask you, how many of you know you could put a post out on Facebook right now? This is why I'm so excited. Let me just see you all. How many of you right now could put a post out on Facebook and say, hey, how many of you would like this free thing? And how many of your friends, family might even share that out for you, and anybody that comments on it ends up in a messenger platform that now you can send marketing messages to and change their life and ask them to actually get on a phone call with you. How freaking crazy is that? We have this, but also, what if you could take that link and put it to your email? What if you could put it on your LinkedIn? It's huge. It's absolutely, it's huge. And we got 96 people now on ours, and we haven't even sent an email out or anything. I've just been testing it, trying to figure out all the bits and pieces, really just understanding it for 2 weeks. It's massive. So let me show you this growth tool, because it's a game changer, absolute game changer. So if I go to Harriet's page, I thought I had it. Up here. Maybe I didn't. Can I just click on this? Yeah. So if I go to Harriet's page, which could be your page, and she doesn't really use this business that much at the moment. Since Dee's passed away, we haven't really focused on this business, but she's got a beautiful program with all sorts of testimonials and other things. It just hasn't been something that she's focused on. So it's a good example for this. So if I go in here, I think there's a post I can grab, because I put one up just before. Here's her testimonials, her videos. Okay, so an hour ago I made this post, okay? It just says, do you want to go sugar-free? Comment yes if you do, okay? So really, really, really simple posts, okay? So if I go back to her growth tools, I'm going to create a new growth tool like this. And I'm going to go down here where it says Facebook comments. Do you see this one? Facebook comments. Click on Facebook comments, and I'm going to select a post. So there's that post. Do you want to go sugar-free? Comment yes if you do. I'm just going to hit select. Okay. Now I'm going to say I confirm that the post, I want to have messages, and I want them, when the user leaves a comment, send the message after. So I'm going to create an auto response, and I'm going to go, hey, I don't want to have full name, it's a bit intense. Hey, first name. If you want to go sugar-free, I have prepared a 8-week cheat sheet. Can I send, would you like me to send it to you? Then you always want to put this, ignore the post below. It's there to remind you what you commented on. What? Cool. Hey, first name, if you want to go sugar-free, I prepared an 8-week cheat sheet. Would you like me to send it to you? Now, why do I ask a question? They have to reply and engage in the bot for you to get them in your audience, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then what I can do is it says opt-in actions here, okay? So if they reply and they actually opt in, okay, they have to reply to that. I want to create something. So I want to send to everyone that replies, and I want to create this, and I want to edit this. Gotta save my work. And so now I just want to edit this, and I want to say, okay, first name. Here is your cheat sheet. And then I just want to go and grab, again, just like our welcome, I want to grab a file. And I want to go get that cheat sheet. There it is, sugar-free and 60 cheat sheet. Boom. Cool, publish. Now, let's go test it. Let's go test it. So I just want to hit preview. And I'm going to say send to messenger. Okay, so I'm going to quickly preview it, and then I want you guys to go preview it as well. So now if I go to my messenger, okay, Chris, here's your cheat sheet that we know what to do. That's what I'm going to do for you, love Harry. Boom, that's exactly how it's going to look. So let's test it right from the beginning. If I go back over here, and by the way, let me send this to you guys. If you guys want to test it with me, let's hope that it works. Yeah, you can test it with me. So we go on here and I just comment and I just go, yes. And I send that in there, and hopefully, pray to the gods of all technology and everything great, that this actually works. Because if it doesn't, then it's all sorts of problems. Oh, I didn't click activate. That was a bit lame, wasn't it? All that build up, I didn't even put active. It should work now. I see, Chantal, you just commented on it. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I'm commenting as sugar-free. All sorts of problems here. Did it work for you, Chantal? Let us know. It did? All right, good. I want to be able to show everyone. So I have to go as me. Cool, there you are. You're awesome. I'm so glad it did. Okay, cool. Here we are. So now it's popped up over here in this chat. Hey, Chris, if you want to go sugar-free, I can see Cheyenne, you just commented. Awesome. See how I said ignore the post below? This post always comes up. Okay, so you should always write that in the first one. Hey, Chris, if you want to go sugar-free, I prepared an 8-week cheat sheet. Would you like me to send it to you? And then if I go and type yes, awesome. It should come up with the next thing, and it says here it is, and I can go ahead and I can click on that. So you see this little thing here. This is the welcome menu. Hey John, thanks for commenting. Hopefully you see it pop up as well. It's amazing, isn't it? Isn't it amazing? So here's what's cool about this is there's a lot. Absolutely, Chantal, absolutely. So you put the post out, people comment, and now if I go over here to my growth tools, check this out. I've now got an audience. So me, John, Cheyenne, Chantal. So these are just you that are on here live that have decided to go and do it. So now I can do this. I can go and send out a bulk action to all of you, and I can go and broadcast. And I can now go new broadcast, and I can say, I can do some really cool things. So let me set up something that's pretty cool. I can say, type call. So you can change the time zone that you want messages to go out so they don't get it in the middle of the night, okay? You can make it a promotional broadcast, a follow-up broadcast, all of those things. I can go schedule for later. So maybe I'll just give us 10 minutes and I'll say schedule message. So that will go out in 10 minutes. But I can do some really cool things while we're here. Is we can set up some pretty cool automation, some pretty cool rules, and like this thing is just absolutely awesome. So if I create a rule, if the message is call, then create new rule. So we can have, and I can put Harriet's phone number in here, but maybe I'll just put mine in for the purposes of the demonstration, because I really want you guys to see the power of this. So if I go and publish this, okay, if I go to Messenger, okay, so I'm talking here, right, watch this. So if I type in call, there's now a rule set up. I believe I set it up completely. It says, there you go, so I wrote the words call, now it says, okay, call me. And as soon as I do that, I can just go, you know, open FaceTime, and all of a sudden, you know, they're calling me. Does that make sense? Like literally, they're calling me. And so now, you know, I don't have FaceTime set up here, but you know, if I did, it's all ready to go. It's all ready to call. Does that make sense? They just have to be on their mobile device, not on a phone. Now, do you think that's pretty awesome? That you can set up all of these rules. Call me. Yeah, right? And then I can go into what I just did, and and it's super easy. And then I can add a quick reply here, and I can just say, or book a call here. And then I can just add a button, and I can go book here, and I can go to open a website, and I can go get my Calendly. Okay, so I go to my calendly.com. Oh, I'm not set up on this computer. Oh no, I am. My account. Calendly should be on this computer. Yeah, it is. There it is, dashboard. So money mindset ignition pro. So yeah, we go copy URL. And if I go back here, now this is going to bring it all together for you, because this is going to make all the difference, right? Okay. What happened there? Oh, I have to go in and delete this thing. Sorry, there we go. So if I do it now, if I go back to Messenger, now if I type in call, I believe it's going to give me two options like that. So I can just call, which went straight to the phone number, or I can go to book a call, which now goes to my calendar setting here, and it's all set up. So there's the money mindset breakthrough session, and they can choose their day, which is pretty amazing, I have to say. What do you guys all think about this so far? And so I've been sitting here in this automation kind of heaven place where you can create a sequence and you can just guide the user experience. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to kind of stop the ManyChat. Okay, I want to talk to you about how do you actually get people to there. So that post that I was showing you, by the way, is this pretty exciting things? Those of you who want to get more leads, is your person on Facebook? If they're on Facebook, do you think you can get someone to engage with a post? Do you think you can get them to type a yes underneath a post, right? And as soon as they type in a yes, then you have a chance to engage them. No opt-in, no email, no nothing, and you can just go in and have a bunch of fun with it. Then the thing that you want to do is you want to create an indoctrination sequence and you want to move them through to an offer. So the sequences and then the broadcasts and getting everything set up right is super important, right? It's super important. In fact, before we go to the next thing, I've played around with a lot. If I go back to my one, by the way, you see that mine says Pro. You want to spend the $10 and get Pro. I think it's $10 a month or something. You don't have that ManyChat logo on there and other things that are just unprofessional. So I've got all these growth tools and automation set up. So look, let me show you some of them because they're pretty cool. So I've got all these things and there's all these conversions, but you know, the growth tools are awesome. You know, for example, you can set up a little landing page and I can set it up in a minute only because I've been practicing with this for the last couple of weeks. So would you like a business breakthrough session? Right? And I can just put something together really quick. I can say, I have built $3 million companies and want to show you how to as well. I'm offering a free 30-minute consultation. If you want it, I will send you instructions to Messenger. Click below. Instructions. Okay, cool. So I've got that there, and you can either have it as a checkbox, right, or just a send to Messenger, okay? So you can change the background. I could change the headline. Did I just drop off? Am I here? That was super weird. When did you guys see up till? Was it the green screen? That was weird. It was like a boom. All right, well, I'm back. What did you see up to? Was that to the bit where I was doing the green bit? Anyway, I'm just going to continue. I don't really know where you guys saw up to. Yeah, the green bit, like that was weird. It was like it was just like a flash. Okay, cool. So just here. So I'm on the thank you message. I'm just going to edit this. Cool. So then I can have an opt-in action, and I can put something in here. But basically, you guys get the point. Is I mean, I could muck around with this and show you, but I want to move on to other things. Let me send this to you, and it should be live. So I've sent it to you, but let me click on it here as well, and let's see if this thing is live, and let's see if it works. There it is. There's the page. Would you like a business breakthrough session? Blah, 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 blah. Send to Messenger. Click on that. View it in Messenger. Boom. And then there it is in Messenger, all set up. And I already got the message because obviously I didn't set it up properly. Thanks for subscribing, blah blah blah. So I haven't set it up. So that was just the message that we just had in there, right? Cool. So I obviously didn't do enough work to do anything, but we just got a message. So I've taken half of our time to talk about this, but I think it's super valuable. I'm going to stop my share for a second. So there is. Did everyone just get the sugar-free automation? I just got the automation there. That remember how we put that it would come out in 6 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever? Did you guys all just get this? Yeah, Chantal says yes. Cheyenne says yes, she got it. John, I hope you got it as well. And so that automation is done, so you can set it all up. Isn't that cool? So here's what we've done is I've created this whole system, like this ecosystem. When someone opts in and they get different messages and different things, it really builds a connection with them. And John got it, beautiful. And so what's great about this is if your people are on Facebook, you can get them and you can engage with them and you can connect with them and you can ask them questions and you can do something really, really cool. So the last piece though that I want to add to this is we've got 3 clients in the first 2 weeks using NannyChat. And these are multi-$1,000 a month contracts. These are not small. And so we've already done over $10,000 just using NannyChat. And that's freaking exciting to me. Super duper exciting. And I want to show you the last piece because the last piece is the bit that ties it all together. And this is the most important part. So the most important part is, so by the way, here was that message that I set up before to come out 10 minutes later. And then if I type back call, there should be an interaction. That's the same as this one here that comes back. Did everyone test the interaction? Cool. So that interaction should all be working. Now, if I go to the sugar-free and 60 page, what I need to do, and if I go at the same time, let's get out of my one, and let's go back to sugar-free and 60. Sorry, it's going so slow. I think I've just got way too many tabs open here. And start closing some of these. Here we go. All right, so you guys all commented on this. I can only see 2 for some reason. I don't know why that is, but whatever. Is we want to go and take this post here and we want to now boost it. We want to actually, I know it says boost unavailable. That's just because I'm on the wrong page. So I have to change out of my business manager so I can actually go and do this. So let me just quickly do that. 1 second. I hope you guys are all excited by this. I just stopped share because I just have to put in some passwords and stuff. So just give me a moment. I can see Cheyenne, you've tested the call notification, which is pretty cool. It's not letting me for some reason. All right, so that's all right. I'm not going to be able to show you the last piece. So let me just talk you through it. So the last piece is you use Facebook advertising to get huge exposure on that post. Okay. So what we did with my post, and the reason why I've got 96 people now, subscribed, is we created a view only post, and the view only post is there to get views and to make sure that heaps of people saw it. And so for 1 cent, because if you get really specific targeting on Facebook and you get really clear on your person and you really know who they are, for about 1 cent you can get somebody to for a dime. For 1 cent, for a dime, for a penny, whichever country you're in, you can have somebody view or look at your post. And so we were getting people for around about 20 cents commenting on ours, which means as soon as they comment, the only other thing we have to do is have them reply. So remember, it goes comment gets them the first message, but unless they reply to that first message, you don't have them on Messenger. They have to interact with the messenger. Otherwise, Facebook doesn't let you have them. So that first message has to get them to reply and say something. And so for around about 70 cents, we're having about 1 in 3 actually respond to our message and actually get on Messenger bot. And so it's pretty cool. I've only spent like $200, and I've got 90 something people in there right now, and it's awesome. I haven't really pushed it at all. And out of those 90 something people, whenever I send a message, I know about 85 of them are reaching it. Okay, and that's the last step, is to get this and to push it out. Chantal says, which part of this would I use to generate interest in a new product before creating the product? Look, honestly, none of this. I know that this is, you're just right at the beginning, is we need to get you in the message to market. We need you to go through targeting. We need you to go through your hidden market questionnaire. We need you to go through doing your market research interviews. We need you to get your free lead magnet. Like, there's a lot of other things. But I mean, this is pretty easy to use. You just say, hey, who would want to know about blah, and they comment on it. So I wouldn't use the mini lead page. I'd just use the post on Facebook. That's the thing that I'm loving, the post on Facebook, and they comment on it, because it's super easy to get people to comment on something. Like, that's not very difficult, right? Comment on this if you want this, right? And then a bunch of people will go comment on it, and then you have them in Messenger. So here's something that we're doing, okay, is we don't just want them on Messenger. So when someone clicks it, by the way, is this valuable? Are you guys enjoying this? Is this good? We're not just having them stay on Messenger. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. Let me share my screen again. So here's my people, and by the way, people can unsubscribe. So we have had 2 people decide they don't want the messages. So I want to show you growth tools. Probably want to delete that one that I made just before. Get more clients report. Which one do I want to show you? Might be this one. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, here we go. So anyone that clicks on this link, okay, it says, hey, Chris, you've clicked on my link, thanks. Let's get straight into it. Did you want the 19-point checklist to get more clients, or did you want the $1 million business report? Reply to let me know, okay? So then they reply, which subscribes them, okay? And so what happens is when I subscribe them, see here it says add subscriber to the sequence, the reports, okay? Now, if you want to see what this is like, let me just go copy, and I will paste this here in the chat box for those on with me. So you can click on that and have a look if you want. What happens then is they get on this automation over here, which is a sequence. And so the sequence was the reports. Do you remember it being the reports? So if I click on the reports, okay, is what they get is this. I get an open rate and click-through rate of 11%. So after 5 minutes, since they sent that last message, then it gets them to this one. Now, this is, it says, okay, you know what? I'll send you both, and you can decide what you want. Download them by clicking the link below. So 11% of people actually clicked the link, right? And the others just grab the reports. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking people through ManyChat, and then I'm getting them to go out to, you know, my website, which is here, right? So then they're going out to this website, and then they're opting in over here. Now, what's great about that is instead of having people just in one place, just on ManyChat, we're getting them there and then over to get free stuff from a website, and then we're having them on our email list. And so what this means is we have them on an email list as well as on a ManyChat. And I want to show you the funnel that is working the best right now. Because my point of today's session was just to, you know, really show you how to get appointments and to have lots and lots and lots of appointments, because most of us sell via appointment, I believe, especially with what's in the fast track and the strategy sessions and everything else. So let me just log into my ClickFunnels for a second here. And show you this, because I really want to see all of you getting more money, having more clients, and having more freedom. And so the funnel that we're driving the most traffic to through this. Cool. So let me just share my screen again. Now that I'm all logged in. So we're taking them mostly to the online sales machine. Now, let me show you what the first page looks like. It's 100% of the traffic is going to this one here, okay? We already decided that was the one that's gonna win. And so here's how this page works, okay? The first page says, hey, there's this awesome training from this awesome guy, and you know, this is what you're gonna get. So boom, they go on in there, cool. Now the confirmation page we've changed recently, and this was a little innovation that I came up with when I found out that people really just want to talk. So this is what happens when they opt in, and I want you to look at this page, okay? So as soon as they opt in, this is what they get.
Look, it's noisy online, and the ability for me to cut through the noise and to get your attention, get you here, you know, I'm just so grateful that.
I'll just turn him off because he's kind of slow. But basically, they opt in on this page, okay? And yep, I want Chris to teach me how to build $1 million sales machine. Beautiful. Now they opt in. When they opt in, I just have this and I say, look, if you really want, you can just schedule a call. Like if you really just want to talk to me, you can. And I tell them up front, I say, hey, there's going to be a webinar and you can click it here and watch the webinar. But what I say on that session, on that video, is I literally, and this has just got the webinar with the timestamp below it. So anyway, here's the webinar. Is what I say on that page beforehand is I say, look, at the end of the webinar, I'm going to ask you to buy something. So if you're going to go on the webinar, you can. Just know that I'm going to ask you to buy something at the end. Let's not try to muck around. That's what I'm going to do. So if you just want to get on the phone with me straight away, if you know you want my help, you can book a call here. And then I just say, other people have had amazing results, so have a look at that. There's nothing else on this page. Look at that. Look how clean this page is. There's nothing. And so their only option is to, one, schedule a call with me, or two, go watch the training. And we're getting about 50-50 that go watch the training. Now, I did something else interesting with this training here.
Got my energy right.
So I did a couple things. First off, this is actually an embedded Facebook video. I embedded a Facebook video into the page. And so you can see there's been 878 people that have watched this. Reason why I've embedded this into Facebook like this is because now that it's embedded in Facebook, I can retarget people through Facebook, which means I can follow them around and say, hey, I saw you watch my webinar. So let me just circle this all round so you guys can totally see the full picture. Is this here where it says want more clients, this goes to that webinar funnel. So they come into here, they get on one of the sequences, maybe they click on here, you know, get my books, visit my blog, marketing strategy call. They are in one of the sequences where they're getting, you know, the intro sequence where I'm telling them about myself, or maybe they're getting the reports, or maybe they just got the checklist, you know, which I actually haven't sent that out at all. And so then they can live chat with me here, and some people are live chatting, like this guy here, you know, saying, awesome, Chris, I used your point on nurturing customers. He was saying I really helped him. You know, I paused the video to drop a message. Thank you so much for helping me. Like, it's super cool. This guy here, you know, he wants to work with me. He's saying, hey, thanks for connecting. Would you give me a clear idea of what the 12-week process you talked about is going to be? So he's been talking to Harry. I just haven't got back to him because I have the weekend off, you know. And so there's all these people connecting on here and doing all sorts of stuff, you know, and they're there. They're real people saying thank you, and, you know, all this is, I'm ready to grow. And it's just awesome. So when that says ready to grow, it says join the training. The training says go to the webinar. They go to jump on the webinar. The webinar says, hey, do you want to watch the webinar? Or I got juice on me. Those of you who ever drink beetroot and orange juice, you know my problem just then. And I feel like I can have a breath out. You know, and you might be thinking, well, what's the result of all this? A flood of appointments, an absolute flood. My calendar and Harriet's calendar is completely booked solid. Scott, who's joining us on our sales team, there's just so much activity. And I really wanted to spend today and go through all of that with you. Now, I do have something that I want to share. Is we're going to start setting up ManyChat for people. So if that all sounded like, holy crap, that looks cool, but how the heck do I set that all up? We're going to be doing something for the general public. And so would anyone be interested in having ManyChat like just set up with all the sequences and everything all organized and just have it freaking work for them with a Facebook ad and everything else? Because this week I'm going to go and ask a bunch of people on my Facebook if they want me to do it. And so I wanted to ask you guys first if you want me to do it. It's going to cost $200 for the first 5 to 10 people that come through. We'll set it all up for people. And I think by the end of next week, once I have like 5 to 10 case studies of people all set up, I'm going to go out. I'm going to charge $1,000 to get it all set up for people. So If you're interested, you can let me know. If you're not, then you've got all the instructions here. There's nothing else that we're going to do that I haven't shown you. You know, that's it. But we are going to get out there, and because I believe, and what I've seen with this thing and the power, you know, for me to make $10,000 in business in the first 2 weeks using it, I'm all in on this thing. And I think the last time I went all in on something that was brand new was Periscope, you know, 2 years ago, and Periscope was fantastic. I reached so many people. It was awesome. It didn't last for very long, but it was awesome when it was there. And I think this is one of those things, everyone. I think you've got to get on this now. You've got to get your message clear, because if you get on this and you can make this happen, I think you can connect with your audience in ways that we've just never been able to do before. Just never been able to no, you're not. No, and that's fine. Yeah, Chantal, go through the message to market for sure. It's that's definitely the right place. It is so important that we understand that if you have a good message, something like this will magnify the message. You know, this will make it bigger. But if you don't have that message, if you don't have that clarity, if you don't know who your person is and what they want, all you're going to do is waste your time. You're going to have to redo it, you know. So much time and so much effort and so much money is wasted by not getting that initial clarity. So make sure you've done that. Yeah, me too, Megan. I freaking, it is really cool. And it because you can just talk to them, and you can talk to people, and you can just say, hey, like, people can call you through Messenger. They can call you straight through Messenger. There's no, I think it's the best tool, the best. I think people have so many, you know, so many questions and other things. They want to connect with people, and I don't think email's it anymore. I think you still need to have email because, you know, at least you own email. That I'm sure Facebook are going to find ways to charge you for this. Yeah, that's right, Chantal. Message to market is what you got. So it's you'll get the full training and everything else. Yeah, which is good, really good. All right, cool. Well, those of you who are watching the recording, I'll post some of the links underneath this video in the group. And those of you who are here live, I hope that was fun. If you got any questions on setting it up, let me know. Like, we've set up mine and one of our clients, so we're still figuring it out. We're still figuring it out. We're still learning. We're still learning, and so anything that you learn or anything that you do, I think the biggest thing that I would suggest with it is just remember that there's a human being on the other side of that messenger, and just whatever you're doing, just know that it's a human being, and just talk to them, you know, ask them questions, you know, like, hey, can I help you? Or would you like to talk about X? Or can I give you a free thing? You know, just remember that, like, you're doing this. It sometimes feels like you type into a computer, but it's the person who's on the other end of their phone, that they're on this. They're the one getting the messages, right? So they're the one that, you know, you got to remember who you're talking to. So they're not going to want something all the time, you know. So it's an important thing. All right. Well, have a great week. Move forward, set some goals, and I'll be here live same time next week. Bye, everyone. Send in your work. Let me know how I can help. Use the hashtag Ask Chris. Cool. All right. Bye.